Hello, I'm Stephen Turner from TS Japan Rail. In this video we're going to talk about exploring Japan by train and how TS Japan Rail can help you. Specifically, we will be answering some of the questions we get or see elsewhere. So let's get started.
We know about the shinkansen being a fast way to get between major cities, but you do not see very much, so is exploring Japan by train really a good way?
The Shinkansen is a good way to get from A to B, and this is what the Shinkansen was built for. But because of the number of tunnels, noise barriers and cuttings, you're not going to see very much of Japan. On the other hand, there are many rail routes that are very scenic, both those that run along the coasts and along the cross country. Rail travel can be a great way to see the beauty of Japan. Also, the Shinkansen only makes up less than 10% of the total rail network in Japan, with many interesting places not on the Shinkansen network, but can be reached by conventional trains including limited express, rapid and local trains. Although travel on non-Shinkansen lines is slower, you will see, and as we often say, experience more of Japan. In fact, rail travel can be more than just travelling from A to B, but part of your trip experience.
Why explore Japan by train? Is it not better to hire a car?
There are advantages and disadvantages to both, and we will not go into all the pros and cons here. Travelling by train is a more relaxed way, and everyone can admire the scenery. Often by train you get a view that you will not see by car. Rail travel is more reliable. On the other hand, a lot more planning is involved, and on some rural lines, services are not so frequent. For most locals in Japan, for longer distance travel, train will usually be the first choice, particularly for rail journeys under 4 hours, even if that means hiring a car at your destination. Despite what you might read, although there are many places that it is better to travel to by car, there are also very many places that can be reached by public transport, train or bus.
Are there any special tourist trains? Are they expensive to ride on?
Yes, there are. In fact, there's around 60 such trains dedicated to tourists operating around the country. These trains range from dedicated sightseeing trains, restaurant, cafe trains, theme trains and steam trains. They're a good way to see different parts of Japan and often experience local cuisines. Some only require the payment of the rapid or limited express reserved seat fare in addition to the basic fare, and can be booked on the standard booking platforms. Restaurant cafe trains of course cost more, and often you have to reserve a few days in advance using a special website. Although mainly geared to domestic tourists, they are nevertheless a good way for inbound tourists to see different parts of Japan from the often unique perspective of train travel.
Do you have any general advice for people who want to explore Japan by train?
The most important piece of advice is plan your trip, or get an expert to help you. Secondly, you can ignore most advice on social media. It is often wrong or very limited. We always recommend using local Japan-sourced information. On our website we provide many links to English information provided by local tourist organisations, railway companies, etc. You're more likely to discover those off the beaten path places using these sites.
What can TS Japan Rail do to help plan my trip? And why should I use them?
As we are based in Japan and have access to a lot of information, which together with our own experience means that we can provide you with something different. We also do a lot of our own research, which includes quite a bit of travel ourselves. We try and provide practical information, including about changing trains, best side to reserve seats on, and more. We are proud to be independent, and we do not take commissions from suppliers, so our advice and recommendations are truly independent. We think this puts us in a unique position.
As well as planning itineraries, can you help with choosing the best tickets and passes?
Definitely. We are often disturbed by comments we read on social media, which may end up costing you more money. What are the best tickets and passes depends 100% on your itinerary So after we have completed the client's itinerary, we then look at what are the best tickets or passes to use. We take into account both cost and convenience. We also do not restrict ourselves to recommendations to tickets that are just available to inbound tourists.
I'm traveling with kids and big luggage. Can TS Japan Rail plan with that in mind?
Yes, in fact, one of the first things we do when devising travel plans for our clients is ask about their circumstances, which does not only include whether they have children, but also mobility issues, special needs, etc.
Is TS Japan Rail only for long, expensive trips?
Not at all. We can add value to shorter or simpler trips too. There may be interesting places, interesting trains or interesting routes that may not show up on Google Maps or other travel apps. This is even if you are staying in one city or doing the so-called golden route, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. We realise that for many, using public transport is not something they are familiar with, and we can help by explaining things. For example, how to purchase tickets, thus reducing your stress and giving you the confidence to explore more. Even in Tokyo, Kyoto and Osaka, which attract very many inbound tourists, there are still many places that see few or no foreign tourists, and very many such places throughout Japan, which are interested in attracting many local tourists.
When is the best time to contact TS Japan Rail before my trip?
Ideally a few months before your trip, so we can design and refine your itinerary. If you already have an outline itinerary and just need someone to verify and advise on it, we can do this in a shorter time span. And we can usually still add value, although of course the more time we have, the more value we can add.
Do you also help rail enthusiasts?
Absolutely. As well as helping clients explore Japan by train, we also help rail enthusiasts explore Japan's railways. Again, our local knowledge and access to local information and local rail fans means that we can come up with many interesting ideas and also do the trip planning.
What if something unexpected happens during my trip?
This is something we're very used to. Although 99% of the time everything goes smoothly, which is why exploring Japan by train is a very practical proposition, Japan does suffer from more than its fair share of natural disasters and extreme weather. This does cause disruption to public transport and also to road travel as well. As part of our service, where practical, we recheck our clients' itineraries before they travel to Japan. And of course, if we are aware of any changes that need to be made, we will inform you. We will also do so during your trip. We also realise that there could be changes you want to make in your plans, and although we try to build alternatives into your itinerary, for example show earlier or later trains, alternative routes, etc. For an extra fee, we can rework your itinerary whilst you are in Japan. We hope that in this video we've explained why exploring Japan by train is not only possible but a good way to see the beauty of this country and allows you to visit many interesting places. And also how TS Japan Rail can help you plan your trip and minimise the stress of travel.
To find out more and to contact us, please go to our website www.tsjapanrail.com